All right, guys, Ervits assessment back. We're here to talk about the last fight card of the year. It's a UFC fight night. Thompson versus Neal. Now, originally, this was supposed to be Chimaev versus Edwards. Edwards tested positive for COVID, so that fight got scrapped. It might happen next year. They haven't announced the date yet, so we'll see. So the co-main event, which was Stephen Thompson versus Jeff Neal, is now going to be the main event. So I'm going to go over 5 fights in that one, and then I'm going to go over the big boxing fight this weekend with probably the main attraction. He's probably the top pay-per-view star. Canelo Alvarez is fighting. All right. So the first of the 5 fights I'm going to go in the UFC is going to be in the heavyweight division. It's Marcin Tybura against Greg Hardy. Now, if you know how I've been in these videos, I'm not a fan of Greg Hardy because of his past things have happened outside of the cage and when he was playing football. So I try not to let that cloud my judgment there. Tybura is on a 3-fight winning streak. His last win was against Ben Rothwell by decision, while Hardy's coming off of a victory against Maurice Green, a TKO victory there. Now, again, Hardy hasn't really wowed everybody. He's gotten a little bit better, but he hasn't really wowed anybody there. Tybura's a vet. He knows how to get it done. I think he will negate Greg Hardy's power, and I think he'll win this fight by decision. So I have Marcin Tybura winning that fight there. All right, in the second fight of the UFC card, it's in the bantamweight division. It's number 3, Marlon Moraes against number 11, Rob Font. All right, so Marlon Moraes, remember, he lost in his last fight to Corey Sandhagen by TKO. It was an impressive performance by Sandhagen. Font is on a 2-fight winning streak. His last fight was against Ricky Simon. That was his last victory. Moraes has had the stiffer competition. Font's good. He's improved. But I'm going to have to say Moraes, he has experience. He's been in there. I think he wants to rebound after that loss there against Sandhagen. I think he will. I think he'll get it done. I think Moraes will win that fight there. All right, so the third fight. Well, this is probably the fight I'm looking forward to the most on this card. It's Michel Pereira against hard-hitting Chaos Williams. His name is Chaos Williams. All right. This fight's going to be in the welterweight division. Now, Pereira is coming off of a submission victory against Zalim Ibadaev, while Williams, he just destroyed Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Well, this was, I think, a month ago. I mean, he hit him so hard, it looked like Al Hassan lifted off the ground and fell. It was such a brutal KO by Chaos Williams. I mean, he's on an 8-fight winning streak right now. I mean, dude's got tremendous power. Pereira does too. This is going to be such a fun fight. These dudes, I'm telling you, do not miss this fight this weekend. If there's a fight maybe you don't want to skip or whatever, this is the one right here. I'm going to pick Chaos Williams to win this fight. I think he's a slight underdog in this. He does have fight-changing power. And, he's not had to really rely on other things, but he's on an 8-fight winning streak. So the dude's impressive. And this is going to be a huge step up. If he beats Pereira, he might get a top 15 guy after that. So I got Chaos Williams in that one. The co-main event. This is also another fight I'm really looking forward to. This is going to be in the bantamweight division. It's former featherweight champion Jose Aldo against Marlon Chito Vera. Now, Aldo is coming off of a loss. He's actually on a 3-fight losing streak. His last loss was for the belt against he was fighting Petr Yan for the belt. Petr Yan beat him by TKO. Aldo took a beating there. That was a pretty bad loss there. While, Chito Vera won his last fight against Sugar Sean O'Malley, where he was a heavy underdog, and he got O'Malley out of there really quickly. It was that kick behind the knee, and O'Malley, we thought it was like he broke his leg, but no, it was just he stunned him, and then he finished him off there. While Aldo has the experience, and while Aldo is the champ, and he is number 7 ranked, and Vera's only number 15, I'm gonna pick Chito Vera in this. I think Aldo's best days are behind him. I think now Chito has the momentum, and this is a fight he wanted. He wanted somebody in the top 10, and this is his chance to get in the top 10 right there if he beats Jose Aldo. So I'm going to pick Vera there. it wouldn't surprise me if he finished. I mean, he does have a really good power. He's got submission skills. You know, it's hard to put away Aldo, but I mean, lately it hasn't been, but I think he'll finish him off. I think he'll do it there. And in the main event, right, this is going to be in the welterweight division. It's number 5, Stephen Thompson, against number 11, Jeff Neal. Now, Stephen Thompson is coming off of a victory, a unanimous decision victory against Vicente Luque. And Luque, you know, he's been on a tear, so that's impressive there. While Jeff Neal is on a 7-fight winning streak. His last victory was a knockout of Mike Perry. So, Neal, he's been looking good. He's still young. He's got devastating power. He's just working hard. You could see how he's just improved every fight. You know, and Wonderboy, even though he's 37, he still has skills. He still has the stand-up skills. He throws punches and kicks from angles that you don't know what's coming, and he's very dangerous. He's a hard guy to figure out. But I'm gonna go with the young man here. I'm gonna go with Jeff Neal. I think after this victory, it's gonna put him in the top 5, and he's somebody to watch out for in this division, in the welterweight division. So that's gonna be a good fight for him. It's a good test for him to see if he's there or he's not, or not yet. But I think he will pass the test, and I think he'll jump into the top 5 from there. All right, and in boxing, we got 4-division champ Saul Canelo Alvarez. He is fighting in the super middleweight division. He's fighting against number 1 ranked Callum Smith. Now, Callum Smith has the WBA and the ring belts. So, like I said, when in boxing, the ring belt means you're the undisputed champ. I mean, that's what you're determined. You might not have all the belts, but you're the king of that division. And Callum Smith is the king of that division right now. Canelo, he was a light heavyweight his last fight. He knocked out Sergey Kovalev in the 11th round. You know, he looked good. Like I said, he's going to super middleweight. He's, like I say, he's challenging the best guy there. I know some people I've been reading online have said they think Smith was the easier opponent. I don't think so. Callum Smith is undefeated. Again, he's the number 1 ranked in that division. He has the 2 belts. WBC just also said that their title's also up for grabs. So basically, there's 3 titles on the line here. Smith is undefeated, and remember, and he won his last fight against John Ryder, I don't know who that is, by unanimous decision. So, again, this dude has power. He's got boxing skills. He's really, really good. But I don't expect him to beat Canelo Alvarez. Like I said, Canelo just moved up in weight. He looks sharper every time. His defense is really good. He's got really good head movement. He's got devastating body punches. He's got power. I mean, like 1-punch knockout power. Canelo's going to win this fight. This is going to, I think, make him a 5-division champ now. I think if he wins this, he'll have the 3 belts there. And there's some other guys in the super middleweight division for him to feast on. So I think he'll get it done. That's going to be a huge fight. Again, Canelo is the box office star, I think, in boxing. So that's going to be there. So, all right, guys. So remember, there's 6 fights, 5 in UFC. One of those picks are going to be Marcin Tybura, Marlon Moraes, Chaos Williams. In the co-main event, I have Chito Vera. And in the main event, I got Jeff Neal beating Wonderboy. All right, and in boxing, remember, I got Canelo Alvarez beating Callum Smith to become WBA, WBC, and ring champion. All right, guys, that's going to be the last card of the year. I will do something special for you guys in between a break. I think it's like a 3-week break between fights. So I'm going to do something special, different video for you guys. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a top 10, but I'm not going to tell you guys what will be a surprise there. All right, Ervits Assessment, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to all my Jewish followers out there, it's still 8 days of Hanukkah, but happy Hanukkah to you guys. And we'll see you guys in the next week. All right, peace.